Hello, dear listeners. Welcome back to Learn English Through Stories, where powerful stories come alive to help you learn and feel the English language. Today's story is based on one of the most famous novels in American literature, Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. This is not just a love story. It's a story of war, loss, courage, and the struggle of a woman who refused to give up. Let's begin. Part 1. A Southern Belle named Scarlett. Once in the southern land of Georgia, there lived a young woman named Scarlett O'Hara. She was beautiful, proud, and always the center of attention. She lived on a large plantation called Tara, surrounded by cotton fields, servants, and luxury. Scarlett had everything she wanted except one thing: Ashley Wilkes. Ashley was kind, quiet, and noble. Scarlett loved him deeply, but Ashley didn't love her the same way. He was going to marry Melanie Hamilton, a gentle and sweet woman. Scarlett was heartbroken. She couldn't believe Ashley didn't choose her. Angry and full of pride, she decided to do something that would change her life forever. At the party where Ashley announced his engagement, Scarlett secretly confessed her love to him, but Ashley still said no. Just then, another man overheard them, Rhett Butler. Rhett was different. He was bold, charming, and full of mischief. He smiled at Scarlett, impressed by her fire. Scarlett, in her pain, didn't think much of him at that moment, and soon after, the world around them began to change. Part 2. War breaks out. The American Civil War began. The South, where Scarlett lived, was fighting against the North. Scarlett's life, full of dresses and dances, was about to disappear. Trying to run from her broken heart, Scarlett married Melanie's brother, Charles Hamilton, even though she didn't love him. But Charles went to war and died quickly, leaving Scarlett a young widow. She moved to Atlanta, where Melanie lived. There, she volunteered in the hospital and saw the pain of war up close. Everything was dirty, loud, and full of suffering. Scarlett hated it. It was in Atlanta that she met Rhett Butler again. He was now a wealthy man who made money during the war in his own way, by trading and not always following the rules. Scarlett and Rhett became close. He was the only man who saw the real Scarlett, strong, stubborn, and full of desire. He laughed at her lies and told her the truth, even when it hurt. But Scarlett still dreamed of Ashley. Even though he was married to Melanie, Scarlett believed he would someday realize he loved her back. And then the war came to Atlanta. Part 3. The Fire and the Escape. One terrible night, the Union Army marched into Atlanta. The city was burning, bombs exploding, people screaming. Scarlett had to save Melanie, who was about to give birth and escape back to Tara. With Rhett's help, Scarlett took a horse and wagon and fled through the fire. It was one of the most dangerous moments of her life. Rhett left her halfway, saying he was going to fight in the war. Scarlett had to go on alone, with Melanie, a newborn baby, and 2 servants. When she finally reached Tara, her beautiful home, it was destroyed. The fields were empty. Her mother had died, and her father had lost his mind. They had no food, no money, and no one to help. Scarlett, standing in the ruined fields, looked up at the sky and said something unforgettable. "As God is my witness, I'll never be hungry again." It was the moment she changed. No more weakness, Scarlett was now a fighter. Part 4: Survival and Strength. Scarlett worked harder than she ever had before. She picked cotton, killed animals to eat, and even killed a man to protect her family. When a soldier tried to rob her, she shot him without hesitation. Scarlett became cold and strong, not because she wanted to, but because she had to. She would do anything to keep Tara and survive. Later, Scarlett wanted to pay the heavy taxes on Tara, so she went to Rhett, who was now in jail, and tried to get money from him. She even wore her curtains as a dress to look rich. Rhett refused to help her, but another man, Frank Kennedy, her sister's fiancé, had money. Scarlett didn't care. She married him to save Tara. She started a business, ran a sawmill, and made money. People talked badly about her because women didn't do that back then. But Scarlett didn't care. She was surviving. Then Frank died too. And finally, Rhett came back. Part 5: Love and Loss. After years of flirtation and fights, Rhett finally asked Scarlett to marry him. She said yes. At last, it seemed like Scarlett would have everything. Rhett was rich, charming, and he adored her. They traveled, built a grand house, and had a daughter, Bonnie Blue Butler. But Scarlett still thought about Ashley. She still believed she loved him. Rhett knew this, and it broke his heart. Slowly, they began to fight more. Scarlett refused Rhett's love, even when he tried again and again. Tragedy struck when little Bonnie died in a horse accident. It destroyed Rhett. He became quiet and full of grief. Then Melanie, sweet and gentle Melanie, became sick and passed away. Scarlett suddenly realized something shocking. She didn't love Ashley after all. She had only loved the idea of him. The real love of her life had always been Rhett. She ran home to tell him, but it was too late. Part 6. Frankly, my dear... Scarlett stood at the stairs crying. Rhett, I love you. I've always loved you. Please don't go. Rhett, with tired eyes, looked at her. After all the pain, he had nothing left to give. He said the most famous line in the book, Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. He walked away. Scarlett stood there, heartbroken and shocked, but then she remembered Tara. She remembered the land, the roots, the strength inside her. She whispered, Tomorrow is another day. And that's where the story ends. Not with a wedding, not with a kiss, but with a woman who refuses to give up. Dear listeners, Gone with the Wind is more than a love story. It's a story about survival, about how one woman refused to let life break her. Scarlett was selfish, proud, and often wrong, but she was strong. She kept going. And maybe that's what we need to remember. No matter what happens, we can start again tomorrow. Thank you for listening to this special episode. Don't forget to follow our channel, and if you liked this story, please share it with your friends. Tomorrow is another day. Now let's take a moment to learn some powerful words from the story. Belle, a beautiful and charming young woman, especially in the southern U.S. example. Scarlett was the belle of every party in Georgia. Bold, brave and confident, not afraid to take risks. Example: Rhett was bold and didn't care what people thought of him. Business, a job or company that buys, sells, or produces something for money. Example, Scarlett ran a sawmill business to earn money after the war, Civil War, a war between people from the same country. Example, the American Civil War changed Scarlett's life forever. Confess. To tell a secret truth, often something personal. Example, Scarlett confessed her love to Ashley at the party. Engagement, an agreement to marry someone. Example, Ashley announced his engagement to Melanie. Fire, as in full of fire. Strong energy or emotion, like passion or anger. Example, Rhett admired Scarlett because of the fire in her spirit. Flee, to run away from danger quickly. Example, Scarlett had to flee Atlanta when it caught fire. Flirtation, playful behavior that shows romantic interest. Example, Scarlett and Rhett's flirtation lasted for years. Give birth, to have a baby. Example, Melanie gave birth during the night of the fire. Grief, deep sadness, especially after someone dies. Example, Rhett was filled with grief after their daughter Bonnie died. Heartbreak, deep emotional pain, usually from love or loss. Example, Scarlett felt heartbreak when Ashley didn't love her back. Halfway, in the middle of a journey. Example, Rhett left Scarlett halfway through the escape. Mischief, playful trouble or naughty fun. Example, Rhett's smile was always full of mischief. Noble, honest, brave, and respected. Like a gentleman. Example, Ashley was seen as a noble man with good manners. Overhear, to hear something without people knowing you are listening. Example, Rhett overheard Scarlett confess her love to Ashley. Plantation, a large farm, especially in the southern U.S. where crops like cotton were grown. Example, Scarlett lived on a big plantation called Tara. Pride, a feeling of self-respect or being proud of something. Example, Scarlett had too much pride to ask for help. Resilient, strong and able to recover after difficulties. Example, Scarlett was resilient even when she lost everything. Ruin, what's left of something destroyed. Example, Tara was in ruins after the war, sawmill, a place where wood is cut into boards. Example, Scarlett ran a sawmill to make money. Selfish, thinking only about yourself, not others. Example, Scarlett often made selfish choices, even if it hurt people. Stubborn, refusing to change your mind, even if it's not smart. Example, Scarlett was too stubborn to let go of Ashley. Survive, to stay alive during danger or hardship. Example, Scarlett did everything she could to survive. Tragedy, a very sad or terrible event. Example, Bonnie's death was a tragedy that broke the family. Unforgettable, so strong or special that it will always be remembered. Example, Scarlett's story ends with an unforgettable line, "Tomorrow is another day. Volunteer, to offer help without being paid." Example, Scarlett volunteered in the war hospital in Atlanta. Wealthy, having a lot of money. Example, Rhett became a wealthy man through trade. Witness, to see something happen with your own eyes. Example, Scarlett was a witness to the burning of Atlanta. Wagon, a vehicle pulled by horses, used to carry people or goods. Example, Scarlett escaped Atlanta in a wagon with Melanie. Great job. You didn't just hear a story. You learned real English through emotion and meaning. Which word did you like the most? Leave a sentence using that word in the comments. I'll be reading them. Want more classic stories made simple like this? Let me know which one you'd like next. Until next time. Keep learning, keep dreaming, and remember, tomorrow is always another day. Bye for now.